Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, this is a tournament where we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. Today marks the start of round 2 of mappers making Cup of the Day maps. justMaki is today's mapper. He also made Cup of the Day number 2 and Cup of the Day 38 Century. Ooh. This kind of gives me round NZT map vibes. Interesting transition. So far, pretty simple. Couple of probably precise drop downs if you want to be going fast. Yeah, so this is like 3 drop downs where you want to be catching the downhill. Unless you could maybe just jump to the end there. Otherwise, pretty simple map. I'm always a little concerned about Maki maps because I'm not very good at like transitional jumps and stuff. This one's not too bad. I'll probably be pretty good at this one. Of course, we do have one of the most stacked Cup of the Day lobbies I have ever seen. So maybe won't be competing at the very top. We've got all of the multi-time Cup of the Day winners in the lobby. Maki, of course, is not going to be racing because they made the map. Zomin, Kerncob, Yanja, and Round are all here. 36 players in total. As I usually say, I aim for top 10 in Cup of the Days, and this is going to be a pretty tricky one because it's a lot of good players. Okay, probably very far left landing there. You can almost do that section without touching anything. And then try not to end up in an inner. Let's see, loop around. I want to look at this. I don't think jumping to the ending is going to be faster. .41.5 author time. So we're about a second off for Zomin. And Zomin, of course, is way ahead of everybody else. Oop, Kerncob now, the 42.4. Ooh, man. There's got to be a line through there where it's just like AFK, but you have to have the right setup. Starting like here. And then you just like, yeah, there's a tiny bit of steering. I'm curious what the smoothest line is going to be through that section. How much steering is necessary. And then you probably don't want to be landing on flat ground there. Just lose more speed that way. Not that it's a long run to the finish, but it will make a difference. 15th right now, so where am I losing time? It's a little bit steering to the right to get up the corkscrew section. Otherwise, it pretty much is AFK. Might want to try steering limits for that turn. And then are those, oh, whoa, that, okay, interesting, so that can happen. Are those supposed to be insurance boosters, or am I supposed to be getting that boost, is my other question. Given that it's a Maki map, you can never overestimate just how fast he might be going. Oh, that was a very high jump. Not good. Just want to see what, like, a full 60... Ooh, a full 60 is nice. So 60 steering limit on the big double wide turn. Wonder if... Nah, probably not an inner hook there. Just because you have to get to the other side of the track very quickly. Maybe an inner hook there. Okay, it might not be quite full 60 depending on speed and setup. Nice. 42.7, that puts me 8th. That felt like a nice run. I'd be happy to get that consistently. And yeah, I mean, look at the top 7. Maki, again, not going to be racing because this is his map. There's 7 very good players ahead of me. This is going to be a tough cup of the day, but it's going to be really fun to see this lobby that's so stacked. Oh, I'm up a 10th and 1 speed. Sort of different line to set up there. Oh, that was pretty good. Very hard to keep speed when you're going fast. I am curious. We just watch somebody else for a second. Zoman, no inner. Goes for a reset. Is Maki still doing runs? He is. I feel pretty comfortable with this map, so a little bit of data collection on other drivers might be beneficial. Oh, Maki's pretty much going just straight off. Perfectly parallel with the ground on the final jump. Yeah, cuts very far right. Left landing, which is what I was doing. No inner hook. Okay. It's pretty much the line I was doing. Maybe smoked tires or something. So Kern getting close to oh, ouch. Kern getting close to sub 42. Still over half a second behind the author time. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody was able to match Maki's author time. But also, we have pretty much all of the good Zeepkist players in this lobby. That's 60. It's not a full 60%. Alright, final run in the warm-up round. Did not like that. Final run now in the warm-up round. Hydro joins the game as well, if this lobby wasn't stacked enough. Okay, I'm kind of no steering down that wall run. A little bit of tire smoke is not ideal. Okay, I'm up. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. Good run. 6th place. Alright. Maki leaves to donate the win, of course. 5 very fast players in front of me. This will be a fun cup. Let's go. Oh, that was around 0. Perhaps that gets cut from the video, or we'll see. Okay, similar to last round where I got some weird inner stuff going on that probably slowed me down a lot. Also realizing that I haven't been paying attention to checkpoint speed splits. Well, this is not too bad. So round 0, we only had 1 elimination. Oh, flat landing. Only had 1 elimination in round 0, which is very unusual for Cup of the Days. Normally, the first round is all DNF, or the eliminations are all DNFs. So a very easy to complete map is what that means. And it's going to be a lot more important to get good times in every round. That was pretty clean. At 80%, just try not to smoke tires. 60%, not full steering on 60%, but pretty close to it. And better landing that time. Only a 0.7, but I guess that's 7th place. I still have 4 DNFs at the moment. 5 DNFs, actually. So round 0, we only had a single DNF, and yet in round 1, we have 4. So round 1 is going to be all DNFs. Curran breaks into the sub-42s. First non-mapper to do so. It's going to be a big battle between the top 5, probably. I think any of them can win this, but a lot of strong competition to take down if they're going to do so. .179 speed is probably not great, because that sounded like a harsh landing, at least. A little bit of a jump makes that line kind of awkward. Wonder if I can go 60% earlier, where I'm going 80% now. 42.6, that time should be safe. Currently 6th place. Curran again in the 41s. Coming out as the early favorite in this Cup of the Day. Pretty much no steering for a long time through here. Little bit of right hand turning to get through the corkscrew. Oh, a low jump. That's fine. Meant to go 60, but whatever. Yeah, apparently not as good a run as the first time around. Smooth landings, not gonna buy me a whole lot of time. 2 DNFs at the moment as final times are coming in. Yeah, Curran Cobb looks pretty strong so far. Down to 1 DNF. 45's getting eliminated. 1 DNF in round 2. A lot of people in the 43s and into the low 42s. It's going to be important to get a good time every round. Can't rely on DNFs and just people messing up. It's a very simple track, which I really enjoy, especially for Cup of the Day. Just makes the times that much closer and that much more intense to race, and to commentate, for that matter. Okay, let's hit 60. Yeah, it's like full tap steering at 60. I like that. And catch the downhill landing. Nice! 42.5. That's close to my PB. Oh, that was not good. Trying to cut that wall ride as close as possible. Oh, that wasn't a good landing. So much of this map is just about steering as little as possible. Try to keep as much speed as possible through the entire map. And catching the downhills as best as you can as well. Everybody gets a finish in this round. Wow, that was a bad jump. So everybody getting a finish. This is what I like to see in Cup of the Days. A lot of people try to do tricky things or risky finishes, try to mix things up a bit, but I think this is my favorite way to do Cup of the Days, where it's all about getting as fast a time as you can. You know, anybody can be out in any round. That would have been nice if I could have not stuck onto that inner wall ride hook. Try to get like as outside as possible. I think you get a better landing. Oh my god, I hooked again. It's fine though. That's good. 181 speed is maybe the best I've seen there. Oh, uh-oh, that's not good. Let's try not to DNF. .180 speed, so the inner wheel hook didn't matter too much as far as speed goes then. Not a pretty landing, let's just get a time. Still has to be a half decent time because DNFs, there are no DNFs. Oh, okay, that's probably just good enough. I got scared when I saw my time approaching 43. So seeing the 43s at the bottom of the leaderboard. Well, that should get me just through. 19th in a round where 22 advance. These are intense rounds, every single one of them. Did not sound like a pretty landing, but I think it was fine. Yeah, 181. That's pretty good. Did a good landing there, set the 60%. Nice, very inside. Hey, Unity. Still a way better time than I got last round. So I wonder if there's an advantage to going high on the final wall ride because of the boosters. Boosters set you to 150 speed, I think, and if you go higher, you'll be at 150 speed but higher up on the wall, if that makes sense. Might reset. Yeah, just not a great start to that run, and I have the time. Oh, that's a better start to this round. That jump is not good. Oh, that was, yeah. I released the 60% because I thought I needed to steer more, but that just made me smoke my tires. Oh well, at least I had a better round than last time. And Current Cobb again gets the 41.9. Round was below me this time. I saw he did not get a finish with the first group of finishers. I had a little bit of a rough round, like I had a couple times ago. Almost wonder if I should be doing like the whole map at 60%. I'm gonna try this like high and then low. That's kind of what Maki did when I was spectating him in the warm-up round. So I wonder if that is slightly faster. The 60%'s not bad there. Yeah, I like that actually. Might need to go back to 100 for that drop down. Or just get more used to this. Okay, this will be a good chance for me to kind of test the lower jumps. See, I'm down 4 speed. I was about even. So I'm going to be down a little bit speed because I'm lower on the wall when I hit the maximum booster speed. But it's also just save a little bit of time. I don't know. It's a very tight trade-off. I do like the 60% though. 7th in that round. It's pretty good. That's the top 5 I would expect for sure. 5 that I would think are going to be going for the win. $178's not great. Yeah, I'm getting used to this 60%. Not a good landing. 42.69. I don't know how close that's going to be to elimination. It's only 2 eliminations this round. $178 again. Current Cobb doesn't have a time yet. I'm resetting. I want to get a better run. There's... Oh my god, there's Kern Cub. Through a little bit of tire smoke. And, yeah, this is not... How is this good? I'm so confused. Oh, that's not good, though. Man, look at the times at the bottom. 8:01, 8:05, 8:12, 8:14. This is why I like easy maps for Cup of the Day, because you get times like that. And one of them improved at the end. Yeah, Curran looking very fast. Even in this super stacked lobby, he's showing himself to be the best of them today. Trying to figure out an ideal steering limit combination to avoid smoking tires. That's the, like, sort of safe thing to do, is to just not apply steering limits until we get to this later part of the map. Oh, a little bit of air time. This is not great. Good landing, though. Not a good time. And not a bad time, but everybody in this lobby is so good that that's not going to cut it. Focus mode. Oh, no. Gonna be close. It's me up one position. Tritonus and Jabwa at the bottom. I think both of them are done. And I scrape through into the top 10. That is usually my goal in Cup of the Day, and this was a tough one to do it, because look at the rest of the names in here. Might want to consider turning on players now that there's going to be a lot less traffic. I can maybe see what some other people are doing differently. Little bit of tire smoke. I'm going to try this high booster strat. It wasn't really a whole lot more speed. Yeah, I'm in the elimination zone. I think some of that might have been that first wall, right? Transition, though. Pretty short track, too, so there's time to reset if I don't get a good start. I'll take it. Go for the snipe. Little bit of smoke. High jump, not good. Not very inside there. Not good. We'll go low on the wall right this time just to shake it up. Less speed. Not good. Didn't even make the finish. Well, 10th place. Hard to feel bad about that when you see the rest of the names in this lobby. What was my PB? Was it like a 0.5? Did I ever get better than that? 0.519 was my PB. If I was able to do that again, that would have gotten me a couple more positions, but that's really about it. I wonder if that was intentional from Yanja. Or if he just clipped the inner wall red like I did a couple of times. Hydro gets a little bit of an inner there. And very inside on the wide turn. Speed is going to get evened up with those boosters. And Kern Cobb killing it again. Let's see, let's watch Yanja. Yanja, Round, and Froggy are three very good players to currently not have a time. Just kind of look around. Round coming to the end. Froggy and Zoman together. And is Yanja right behind them? Yanja's a little bit behind the two of them. Looks like Zoman must have reset. So Froggy and Yanja without a time at the moment. Okay, let's see what Froggy does on this final wall. Takes it pretty low to middle and then a low jump. Yanja is out, and Froggy is out. Froggy does not get a good enough time to improve as we get into the round of 1 elimination, the top 6. Kern Cobb, Zoman, Round, Alex, St. Nicholas, and Froggy? Happened to Hydro. Well, Froggy's been gifted another chance. Alright, Froggy, you better win this for Hydro now. Kern Cobb loads in last, but he is fast. Let's actually go to Kern. Lower on the road for that. Oh, and then he resets. Well, let's go find the rest of the pack. Where's the rest of the pack? Here they are. 3 still on their first runs. Round gets the most inside line there. That is better if you can set that up, because speed gets evened out on that hill. And St. Nick gets a bounce at the end. That's going to hurt him, but he still has the fastest time. Low 0.5 or high 0.5s. Zoman gets very inside line. See who else is coming up here. Froggy, very inside as well. Good lines by those two. Zoman 42.2. Fastest in this round. Froggy gets a good final jump. A 42.57. So 4 people right now separated by just over 4 hundredths, sorry. And Kern Cobb, who's been the fastest of everybody so far, without a time. I do think this is probably the most crucial turn on the whole track, that sort of getting over that hump into the double wide left-hander. Kern Cobb stays very low on the wall. Low final jump, doesn't get the greatest landing, but gets enough to go fastest once again with the 42.0. Round then snipes Alex, who is out by a margin of 0.016. Alex eliminated in 6th place as Round gets the snipe up to 3rd. Very strong final 5. St. Nick, the only one to have not won a Cup of the Day before. Kern Cobb, Zoman, and Round, all 5+ time Cup of the Day winners. Everybody taking a very similar line so far. I was going wider on that section because I thought it gave me a better landing, but perhaps that was not the way to go. Everybody with very similar lines still. Pack is starting to spread out a bit. I think Nick's taking a tiny bit of an inner wheel hook there. I've seen him do that a couple times now. Nobody got a particularly clean turn there, I think. To see how the final landings go. Nick with a high jump again, and he is not quite slowest because Round is ever so slightly slower. So very good times. Round definitely capable of improving as he did in the previous round. Yeah, I didn't think that landing looked very nice. We'll watch Kern and Nick for a little while. Oh, Nick was the one spewing bubbles. Nick's gonna need to get a good time here. He does go for that inner. He's the only person doing that, but that does not set him well for that turn. As you can see, Kern flying off into the distance. Where is Round? He's the person to watch, looking to get the snipe. Those are very good times on the board by everybody. But we know Round is capable of at least 42.3 that he did in the last round. Does he get the snipe on St. Nicholas? Ooh, a little bit of a bounce. But he does get the snipe. St. Nick out. No new Cup of the Day winners today. So we've got 4 of the fastest players in Zeepkist remaining. Cobb, Zoman, Froggy, and Round into the top 4. Let's look at Round. Round loads in last. You can see everybody's line from Round's perspective here. Yeah, I think Kern and Round take kind of a wide entry, but then cut in on that, I don't know what to call that turn. It's sort of concave, rotated piece. Everybody doing pretty much the same line here. It's hardly any steering. I think Froggy reset, and Round resets as well. We move up to Kern Cobb, who is chasing Zoman around this big wide turn. Zoman does get it cleaner that time. Kern is very low on this wall, which I do think compromises a little bit of speed from boosters, but is the shortest distance, and is getting him the best times. A 42.2 for both of them. Froggy, I don't think got the cleanest landing there, but let's see how they get this turn. Very nice. Very good turn from Froggy. Going a little bit more middle on the wall. Cuts down low to get a nice landing on the final jump, but it's not enough to get out of last place at the moment. That is, of course, unless Round DNFs. He is on his final attempt, unless he resets right now. Goes for an inner and actually gets it pretty nice. 180 speed, that's roughly what I was getting. It's probably on pace for about that 42.4 that he needs. And Froggy may be on another run as well behind this. Nice inside turn. Also taking a slightly more middle line on that wall. Pretty good drop down at the end, and Round goes second fastest, but then gets knocked back down by Kern Cobb as Froggy comes to the end to snipe both of them. Does not improve. Froggy is out as we have 3 people with the 42.1 times. Those are very good times. Record right now is Kern Cobb with a 41.614. Maki, of course, author time 41.494. I said I wasn't expecting anybody to beat that, and that seems to be the case so far. Kern is certainly the closest. All 3 of these guys, very fast drivers. I don't know the exact stats on how many Cup of the Days they've won, but it's 6 or 7, I think, for all of them. Kern Cobb resets early. Round and Zoman still going. Not a lot to say in this section, because there's not really any variation in lines, and you're pretty much just going straight. Pretty similar. I think Round was a little bit more inside for that big turn. And pretty nice landings for both of them. 42.1 for Zoman, 42.2 for Round. And Kern Cobb goes for another reset. That's a tough time to beat. I mean, sure, Kern has a 42.6, but even for Kern Cobb, that's going to be a pretty tough time. He's going to need to get a good run here. I love being able to watch competitions where we have so many good players in the lobby because you really do get into such insane times. Fighting for tenths or hundredths of a second. Ooh, Kern Cobb with a little bit of a hop. That might be him out. As he ends up with a very wide line. Of course, he has a little bit of time to spare, I think, because he is very fast at this track, but that might not be enough. And it's not. A 42.498. Kern Cobb, the favorite, now out. Zoman and Round go to the finals. Zoman has 7 Cup of the Day wins. Round has 6, I believe. Maki currently in the lead with 8, but with 2 Troll Cup of the Days, which I am probably going to convert into official Cup of the Day wins on my stats and results spreadsheet. So Zoman with a chance to tie Maki in non-Troll Cup of the Day wins with this run. 2 minutes, Zoman and Round NZT, who can get the fastest time? Round a little bit wider. It's the inner. Does that get him more speed? I do think he's catching Zoman. Slightly different lines. Ooh, Round is catching Zoman. I think gets a better landing there too. Round is passing Zoman now. But this is the big turn and Zoman gets it better. Zoman passing Round back, but they're roughly even and Round's loaded in later. So Round is favored as they come to the line very close. 41.685 and 41.959. Wow, those times. Very good runs for both of them, but Round with quite the advantage as he goes for a reset. Zoman this time gets the inner, though. What can Zoman do? 156 speed at the top of the corkscrew is faster than anything I've ever done, for sure. Comes to this important turn, he does get it, I think, a little bit better than Round did on his run. Round still early in his final run. Zoman on his final run gets to the end, improves, but not by enough, so Round will tie Zoman at 7 Cup of the Day wins. Yeah, and Round's decided he doesn't need to improve. Congratulations, Round, on another Cup of the Day win, putting him to 7-1 in the finals. That one is me, by the way, just gotta brag about that. Thank you all for watching this video. If you would like to join Cup of the Day, I will post a link to the CTR Discord where all these events are announced. If you want to see Zeepkist Cup of the Day stats and results, I will post a link to my spreadsheet in the description below as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!